In the land of opportunity, Americans are taught to believe in the power of capitalism. It's a system that promises prosperity, freedom, and unlimited choice. However, the reality is far from it, as they are effectively manipulated and confined.
Birth to death, from hospitals to funeral services, and in nearly all industries, we have the illusion of choice, but for most critical decisions, we only have one or two companies.
America has transitioned from competitive marketplace to a market where very few large players dominate the entire market. From the vast array of beer brands to consumer packaged goods, air travel, and more, it's shocking to discover that a small number of conglomerates dominate these industries. 4 companies control 80% of beer Americans drink. Visa and MasterCard have nearly duopoly in US market. 4 airlines dominate all air traffic. And top 3 cereal companies have over 80% market share. These large multinational corporations have the resources to outcompete smaller companies, and they often use their market power to stifle competition. In beef processing, the top 4 companies control more than 80% of the US market. Net profit margins for top meat companies, JBS, Tyson Foods, National Beef and Cargill are up over 300%. While consumers pay high beef prices at the grocery store, very little has trickled down to ranchers.
We've alleged that they have conspired to artificially depress prices paid to U.S. cattle producers while simultaneously inflating the price of beef that consumers pay.
Even Jerome Powell, chairman of the Federal Reserve, acknowledged at a Senate Banking Committee hearing that companies are raising prices because they can.
When you have massive concentration into a small number of monopolists, you often get higher prices, less innovation because there's less competition, and you have a political problem, which is that a small number of companies can lobby Washington.
Tech giant Amazon has been accused of using its market power to stifle competition from third-party sellers. When a third-party seller's product becomes successful, Amazon will often create a similar product of its own, making it difficult for the original seller to compete, and many sellers have gone out of business as a result.
Trying to follow their rules and stay within their guidelines is next to impossible because they don't define it.
In 2016, Apple denied Spotify an update to its iOS app, which was seen as an attempt to stifle competition. Apple also charges Spotify a 30% fee on all subscriptions that are made through the App Store. The 4 largest tech companies have so much market power that they can simply buy out any competitor that threatens their dominance. Walmart, with its near monopoly-like status in the retail industry, has been able to leverage its position to gain several advantages. It requires suppliers to provide prices for 80% of the groceries they sell, 15% lower than what they offer to competing retailers. Consequently, independent grocers and competing chains, including those purchasing in large quantities, end up paying higher prices.
It's because a handful of big corporations have gathered so much power that they're acting like little kings.
The number of companies in the United States has been decreasing since the 1980s despite significant economic growth. The number of listed companies is down to 4,000 from over 8,000 in 1990s. Monopolies hinder market efficiency, innovation, and healthy competition, leading to market failure. In a well-functioning market, prices are determined by the interactions of all market participants as supply and demand move closer to equilibrium.
And you want to live in a society where we can have community again, where small businesses and medium-sized businesses can thrive.
A few years ago, Jersey City implemented a cap on the amount of space that chain retailers could occupy in its downtown. This was part of a broader effort to promote the growth of local businesses, and it has been successful in opening hundreds of new businesses in the city. Similarly, in 2014, North Dakotans voted to keep their state's pharmacy ownership law, which has helped to keep prescription drug prices lower and protect consumers from other harms caused by the concentration of the prescription benefits industry. Fortunately, there are inspiring examples of individuals and communities actively challenging the myth of capitalism. By supporting local businesses, and advocating for policies that promote fairness and social responsibility, we can shape a future where the promises of capitalism become a reality for all. If you found this video thought-provoking, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content.